a fantastic summit. How was the morning session? Wasn't it amazing? Give me an A for amazing if you got great value from the session. Excellent. Welcome again. Lovely to be here with you. And if you are ready to get started, give me an R for ready, and we'll jump into the material. Wonderful. I'm just going to share my screen here. Just give me 1 second. So let me ask you this. How many of you here are working professionals? Give me a W for working professionals if you are a working professional. Excellent. Well, then you are in the right room. So see, what I'm going to talk about is for working professionals. This is for anybody who works in a salaried position. Anyone who uses what I call is the word Steeq. Okay? And the Steeq is an acronym. This stands for your skills, your talents, your education, your experiences, your knowledge, and your qualities. So if you use your Steeq to earn a living, then you are in the right room. Because please understand, your Steeq is the sum total of your career story so far. So if you use your unique Steeq to add value to a business, to a company, then this is for you. So let me ask you a couple of basic questions. How many of you realize that without meaningful work, it is impossible to be happy? Give me an I for impossible if you're understanding this. Thank you. And how many of you realize that we struggle to find meaningful work? Give me a S for struggle if you're connecting with this. Yes, it's not easy, right? So, the work that I do, it helps achieve certain outcomes. Now, this is the ultimate job search, job application, and career management program because it helps you achieve outcomes that are important to working professionals. For example, if you want to rapidly increase your salary in multiples, give me an M for multiples if you want to increase your salary in multiples. Excellent. If you want to learn how to climb up the career ladder in 1/3 the standard time, what will take other people 3 years, you will do in 1 year. What will take other people, 3 months, you will do in a month. Give me an A for acceleration if you want that acceleration. Excellent. And if you want to learn how to target any company and any job and secure the offer, give me a S for secure. If you want to secure the offer, doesn't matter what company and what job, you learn how to target them and then secure that offer. Excellent. And how to differentiate yourself on the job search and application journey, because for candidates, it is a blind journey. Correct? Give me a C for correct if you're understanding this. Excellent. Now, how many of you are listening to me for the first time and how many of you have heard me before? Give me a 1 for the first time and give me a B for before. Excellent, excellent. Can I take a minute to just introduce myself? Yes, give me a Y for yes if I... Excellent. Thank you, thank you. See, my name is Sawan Kapoor and I'm India's leading career coach. And when I applied this system to my career, I was able to achieve a salary of 50 lakh rupees a month and then grow it in multiples from there. And I can tell you, when I applied this system in my own career, I went from an entry-level position to the position of CEO in 8 years. And I'm going to help you understand how this system works so you can achieve a similar acceleration. And the Consumer Goods Conference gave me their Outstanding Achievement Award. This was back in 2011, which is a pretty cool thing. It's nice to be recognized for your hard work and your contributions. And I can tell you that I'm known as the career guy because I help clients understand a scientific method to uncover and then deliver irresistible value for their employers or their target employers. And lastly, I can tell you that I help them differentiate themselves in the eyes of potential employers, and I teach them how to target any job and secure the offer. And I'll tell you, people who come and engage with me, they typically are facing some career pain points. So I just want to check with you. Tell me if you can resonate with any of these. I tell you, one of the biggest reasons that people come and work with me is because, they feel underappreciated or under-recognized. How many of you can relate with that? Give me a one in the comment box if you can relate with that. Thank you. It's not a fun position to be in, right? It really steals the joy of your work when you're not being given that credit. And a lot of people come because they are struggling financially. They want to improve their income so that they can, correct, they want to improve their income so that they can meet the financial obligations of their life. Correct. And I'll tell you a third reason people come is because they are unemployed or they are about to be unemployed. Right? They're living in fear that they may lose their job or they have lost their job. And again, that can be a very stressful time for working professionals because your income gets cut off. And I'll tell you another reason people come is because they are underemployed. They're not able to use their strengths. They're not able to use their capabilities fully in their everyday responsibilities. Another reason is people feel overworked, and we certainly saw this in the pandemic. The commute was cut out, and there were a lot of people who were burning the midnight oil, who were just totally behind their screens full time. And because of this remote environment, another thing that I have seen is that workplace politics has gone up. It is much harder to build relationships in remote and virtual environments. It's much harder to hear. It's a very common reason. And a lot of people get into a misaligned career. They'll end up making a career choice out of some kind of pressure, parental pressure or society pressure or peer pressure. And a few years into their career, they realize this is not the right career for them. And they want to switch their industry or function. How many people here are considering switching? Give me a S for switching if you're considering switching. Thank you. I completely understand. And a lot of people, unfortunately, have past career problems. They may have been fired or they have an employment gap, correct? Or they have a rising age now and they are not getting the best opportunities. So how many of you could relate with at least one reason? Give me a one in the chat box if you could relate with at least one reason. And give me a M for multiple if you could relate with multiple reasons. Thank you for your honesty. I appreciate that. See, the learnings that I'll be sharing with you, they apply to both situations. Okay? They apply to the situation where you may be looking for a new job or you may be looking to switch industries or move to a new organization. Or you may be in a situation where you love the company that you work for, but your career has slowed down and you're looking for that promotion to recharge your career, to supercharge your pay and your responsibilities and your respect and authority. So the knowledge that I'll be sharing with you applies to both of these. Now, see, very early on in my career, I realized something really important, and that was that every company in every industry, okay, every company in every industry, in every business function, and at every level of experience has some unique needs. Okay? And this word needs, again, is an acronym. It stands for new emergencies and existing difficulties to be solved. So every company in every industry, in every business function, at every level of experience has these emergencies and difficulties that they need to solve. But there are two types of needs. Now, this is important to understand. There are two types of needs. There are ordinary needs. And see, ordinary needs are the needs that you find on a job description. Okay? So there are ordinary needs, sadharan zarooratein, and then there are extraordinary needs. Okay? These are the needs that go beyond the job description. Are you understanding this? Give me a U for understanding if you're understanding this. Thank you. I appreciate that. See, when your Steeq overlaps with these extraordinary needs, okay? Remember, your Steeq is the sum total of your personal and professional development up until today, okay? Your Steeq stands for your skills, your talents, your education, your experiences, your knowledge, and your qualities. When your Steeq overlaps with these extraordinary needs, that is where the magic of increases in multiples to your salary begins to take shape. Are you with me so far? Give me a WF for with me if you're with me so far. See, you have to think of yourself as a key. Okay? Now, as a key, you cannot open every lock. As a chabi, you cannot open every lock, but there are some locks that only you can best open. But this is not the complete picture. There is one more element, and that is a very important element. That element is known as wants. Now, this word wants is also an acronym. What aspects are needed to be successful? By using the word wants, I am talking about the culture of the company. Okay? What kind of a culture will you require? Because you are a unique individual. You're different from everybody else in this room. So the culture that you require, if you have a match, if your personality gels with that culture, you will get a much more supportive environment. But if you don't get that, then you will keep running into dead ends. How many people have experienced that in their work? Give me a E for experience where the culture is not supportive and does not allow you to play at your best. Thank you. I appreciate that. See, I want you to understand this is true for every industry, every function, in every company, at every level of experience. See, I make this comparison, okay? I make this comparison between the job industry and the diamond industry. So, this is the definition of a dream job, where your Steeq matches the extraordinary needs of a company and you get an environment where you can do your best work, okay? You're working with people that you like and respect. So, JD means job description, right? So please understand this. Please understand this. I make this comparison between the job market and the diamond market. Now, these super premium jobs, these jobs that will pay you 2x, 3x, 4x, or even more, these jobs are rare. Like diamonds are rare, these jobs are rare. Okay? But all types of diamonds are not rare. If you look at clear colorless diamonds are many. Okay? There are many. These are like standard jobs. Okay? But if you look at colored diamonds, okay, colored diamonds are truly rare. These are like those premium jobs that will give you much better salaries. But there is one color of diamond that is the rarest of them all. Can you tell me which is the rarest colored diamond? Satya has the answer. Kadiala has the answer. Kiran, Sonu, Abhishek, Madan, Pallavi, Panchashari, Irfan, Pratyusha, Sanjeev, Sandeep. Wow, a lot of you know your diamonds. Excellent. Yes, the red diamond is the rarest colored diamond of all. And that red diamond is your dream job. Your dream job is known as your red diamond job. That is the job that is perfect for you, the job that is ideal for you. Because I want you to understand this, your dream job is rare. Okay? Your red diamond job is rare. But it is not rare because it does not exist. It is rare because you don't know where to look for it. And you don't have the tools to dig it out. In reality, please understand there are many red diamond jobs waiting for you. Give me a W for waiting if you're understanding this. There are many red diamond jobs waiting for you. Because your red diamond job lives at the center of these three circles. How many of you are having a light bulb moment right now? Give me a LB for light bulb if you're understanding this. So the question is, how many of you want to make this your reality? Give me a R for reality if you want to secure your red diamond job. Okay, then please give me your full attention because I'm going to help you understand. Alright? See, if you want to get your red diamond job, then you are going to have to follow this model. Okay? And the model is known as the SPT model. Okay? It is known as the SPT model. And it stands for suspects, prospects, and targets. So you will have to take this journey. When you follow this model, you will have to take this journey. And on this journey, you start by building a list of suspect companies. Okay? Now let me tell you what are suspect companies. Suspect companies are companies where you feel that there is going to be a strong match between your Steeq and the extraordinary needs of the company. Okay, there's going to be a strong match between your Steeq and the extraordinary needs of a company. And I can tell you, when I first made this list of suspect companies for myself, I had 16 companies on my list. But then I actually wanted to be sure, is there really a match between my Steeq and their needs, or is it only my feeling? And to be sure, I had to take these suspect companies through a process called hard data research. And when I took them through this process, when I researched these companies, the companies that came out of this research process, those are the companies that I could call prospects. Okay, those are the companies that I could call prospects. Now, the reason I gave them the word prospects is because, having conducted the research, I knew that with some companies, there is a very strong match between my Steeq and their needs, but not with all companies. Only 6 companies made it to the prospect stage. 10 companies I was able to remove from this list because the match between my Steeq and their needs was weak. Only with 6 companies there was a strong match. And then I took these prospect companies and I took them through a second type of research. And this second type of research is called soft data research. Here, I wanted to look into their culture, into that circle of wants. I wanted to look into their culture and understand the true ground reality of the company's culture before I took the decision to join them. Because typically you only learn about the culture of a company after you join them. How many of you are having a light bulb moment right now? Give me a LB for light bulb if you're understanding this. Correct. So I wanted to understand, see, a job description on paper versus a job in reality can be two very different things. Give me a D for different if you're understanding what I'm saying here. A job description on paper versus the job in reality can be two entirely different things. So I wanted to understand their culture before I took the decision, should I join this company or not? And when I took these prospect companies through this second type of research, I was truly able to identify my target companies. Target companies are companies where I know that my Steeq has a strong match with their extraordinary needs and the culture is right for me. The culture is right for me. Now please understand this. Again, not all companies made it to the target stage. Not all companies made it to the target stage. Only 4 companies made it to the target stage. So how many of you can see that this is a broad to narrow process? Give me a B to N for broad to narrow if you're understanding this is a broad to narrow process. Thank you. I appreciate that. See, I want you to understand that there are certain realities that govern your career. Okay? There are certain realities that govern your career. The first thing I want you to understand is you are going to spend more time at work than you're going to spend with your family. How many of you would say that this is true for you? Give me a T for true if you feel this is true for you. You see your family for some time in the morning before you leave for work, and then in the evening when you come back. The majority of your waking hours are spent at work. And I want you to understand there is no replacement for the joy that can truly come from meaningful work. But unfortunately, the majority of people land up in a job where at some point they feel, is this all there is? How many of you can connect with what I'm saying? Give me a C for connect if you can connect with this sentiment. Thank you. I appreciate that. And see, I'll tell you, Indian working professionals on average will be associated with 17 distinct jobs and opportunities over the course of their 40-year career. If you have a full career of 30 to 40 years, on average, people will have 17 distinct opportunities, some more and maybe some less. Therefore, what I want you to understand is learning how to get and grow at your job is not an optional skill anymore. And unfortunately, this is not something that is taught in the formal system of education. It's not taught in the formal system of education. Correct? Because see, it's not an optional skill anymore, because for most of us, this drives the economic engine of our life. For most of us, our job drives the economic engine of our life. We all have financial responsibilities, right? Give me a FR for financial responsibilities if other people are also dependent on you. See, I want you to understand this. Why does a working professional dedicate themselves to their professional life for their entire lifetime? Why do we work? Why do we work? I want you to understand this. There is, in medicine, there is a test known as the EKG. How many of you are familiar with this test? Give me a F for familiar if you're familiar with this test. Correct. Yes, it's a very important test. It tests your cardiovascular system. Right. So this is a very important test, but I want you to understand that when applied to careers, EKG means something different. It means something different. So I want to tell you what EKG means. Okay. See, please understand, E here, correct. Some people call it ECG, but originally the word came from German and it's called EKG. Right. So I want you to understand this. Here E stands for enhance the money you make. How many of you are having a spark right now? Give me a S for spark if you're having a spark right now. E stands for enhance the money you make. Right? And K stands for keep more of your money. E stands for enhance the money you make, and K stands for keep more of your money. And G stands for grow your money. See, it's as simple as that. We all want to retire and enjoy our life, and we want to do it as soon as possible. We want to make sure we have been able to, live up to our responsibilities. So I want you to understand that as a working professional, there are 7 stages of financial independence. All right. The first stage is developing the clarity, knowing where you are and knowing where you want to go. Okay. Where you are currently and where you want to go. The second stage is self-sufficiency. Knowing that you can cover your expenses, that you are self-sufficient, you are reliant on your own self. The third stage is having some breathing room, okay? Some savings, so you are not living paycheck to paycheck. The fourth stage is having a foundation of stability. You have no negative debt. You have no sword on your head where you have a debt you need to repay. You have repaid your debt. And you have a 6 months emergency fund. The fifth stage is having flexibility. You have 2 years worth of living expenses saved. So you can take time off. Life is happening more on your terms. And the sixth stage is financial independence. You can live off of your passive income. And the seventh stage, correct, is you don't have any money concerns. You have more than you need. See, the fundamental as a working professional that I want you here to understand is that your EKG is in your hands. Give me a MH for my hands if you're understanding this. Your EKG is in your hands. So please understand, there is a process to make your dream job a reality for yourself. There is a process to it, right? Excellent. With that, I'm going to turn it back to Divya, and I hope I've been able to ignite a spark in your head that yes, this is possible for you. How many of you believe here that this is possible for you? Give me a P for possible if you started to believe in that premise that yes, this is possible for me. Excellent. See, it's already 2023. It's time to wake up and grab life by the horns. Excellent. I'll turn it back over to Divya.
Thank you so much,